Welcome to Sugoi Kakkoii, the podcast so nice we named it twice. I'm Greg.
I'm Caden.
And I'm Mariana.
We're an anime review podcast in which we review the top 3 anime of the season as rated by My Anime List, as well as 3 additional sleeper picks that we choose on our own. So I think the docket for today is the same as always. We'll be going through Violet Evergarden, Citrus, Death March, Pop Team Epic, Ito Junji Collection, and Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens.
Wow, good
okay,
job. Good job.
So,
10 minutes on the
pronounced
clock,
it right.
as per usual.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes are on the clock. And I guess we're diving right in
To Violet.
to Violet Evergarden. Alright. Thoughts on episode 6.
Well, I knew you were saying before the show started that you had some interesting opinions on Leon, was it?
Oh, yes. Their new hit character. Also, being with their... I see a lot of people in the forum saying that Leon and Violet should be shipped, by the way. I'm not sure how
what forum do you visit? What's your...
Just all the comments on Kiss Anime and Crunchyroll.
I was on A the other day, and they were just like, "Oh,
I was on Tumblr the other day.
Ugh.
No, but I do think that these 6 episodes of anime have a really unique
Guy characters.
selling point. Guy characters.
I wasn't sold until this episode. I don't know
I
why.
wasn't sold until there were a bunch of males that looked remarkably like those of the female gender.
I wonder
It was
why.
a little bit
That's weird.
remarkable, you know?
Oh yeah,
Wouldn't you
a
say?
little curious.
A little bit curious. You wonder why? Oh,
I can
man.
imagine
No.
most people looked at Leon before he spoke, and it was like, "Oh yeah, girl," and they heard him spoke like, "Aw." But I think Greg was the other way around, where it's like, "Oh man, if only." And then you heard the
Unzipped
voice like,
He's like,
See, obviously, I knew whoever was going to bring this up was going to get crucified, but whatever. I think, okay, so, well, in a actually, like, I don't even know the right word, serious note, I like this episode.
"You had lore." I love how much lore this episode had, but it wasn't like
the
outright
entire, like,
really-
them translating
we're really
the
getting into
old
things
scriptures
now.
and stuff.
Yes.
It was pretty interesting, but I wasn't really catching on because I wasn't really catching on.
Yeah,
it,
but
like,
even
wasn't
that-
sticking
even
to me,
that-
because I was like, it's not really important to me in the long run. So, like.
No, what was funny to me was when Leon was like, "Oh man, I dictate really fast," and then he literally just
Wow.
talks at a normal speed, and I'm like, "Wow."
Well, maybe it was
that
fast.
was, that
but
was
then
pretty
by-
fast. Wow.
Wow.
But
I don't like how vague that common tongue thing is, because they never really address that either. That they're like, "Oh, Violet goes all over the world translating stuff," so it's like, does everyone have that same language? Because obviously that's not the only continent on the entire like world they showed, but everyone speaks this then. And then he refers to it as like a common.
no, I kind of found it to be
tongue?
like something.
So what does that
kinda
even
like
mean?
Latin,
So
I guess,
it was all
'cause,
one
like,
thing?
It's a more prehistoric language in their time.
Ooh,
How dare you?
history lesson. No, but yeah, on that note too, I also thought it was interesting that we got to learn more about how people treat like ghostwriters, because I always thought that like with the way this was going, that the women were like the ones that were like the educated, like literate ones in society that had to do the writing, because all the dolls have been women thus far.
They're still looked down upon.
Apparently though, it seems like there are male scholars.
I thought you
It's
were
just
going to
that
like a direction
they
where
do
like,
other
oh,
stuff.
they're
They just
still
look
looked
like
down
girls.
upon, because some of the scholars don't like, them showing up. I'm just like,
Yeah, that is a
Ugh,
thing.
the
Women.
I'm not really
patriarchy.
sure.
ugh.
Yeah, like I
Women.
guess the patriarchy
Ugh.
looks down
Working.
upon
Woman
these
with a
ghostwriters.
Y.
But yeah, I find it kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Like,
Women with
apparently
jobs.
ghostwriting is just supposed to be like this respectable profession where they get to
Yeah.
marry
Women with
rich.
jobs is
So I don't know.
it's a pretty weird concept.
They obviously
It's, I
belong
realized
You
it was
know,
a
it's-
fantasy show.
the gardens.
Oh, you know. Oh man.
Hey man, we're just saying what you're thinking.
I mean, This is what the show's dishing out. I'm just regurgitating.
No, but I'm in
what
that
it's dishing
OTP
out. But
crowd for sure.
I have to say though, best girl Luculia is back in it for like 20 seconds, but she was back, and I was pretty surprised because I thought we were done with her forever.
But
she's back.
Second there.
And they're like sort of
that was the
telling
whole line.
stories together.
Pretty relevant.
For a split second. She had a ponytail. It was pretty hot. Just saying. But and then the cheek squeeze came back.
Kawaii.
That's something I really
Yeah, that's something very important that I have to
I think that
just,
might be an ongoing gag.
Right.
14 years
showing
old.
emotion.
No, go on.
You know, just gotta. I mean, it's a meme, so gotta dish it out.
Wait,
I
I
don't
don't know if you guys noticed this.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that time?
But it's like, remember the time where Leon like asked her why she became a auto memory doll, and like he was like, "What's your reasoning behind it?" Like all the other previous times when people asked her why did you become a memory doll, like she's always said, "Oh, because I want to like meet Major and like wonder what I love you means." But like she changed her reasoning, right? Like this is the first ever time she's trying to be distant away from Major. So I think in this anime we're slowly progressing away from Major until the very end where we're like, who's Major? But then Major shows up and we're like, holy shit, it's the guy that. Yeah.
Or he's dead. Or he's dead. He could be dead.
No, he's clear.
Like, you guys are like,
alive.
oh, well, he's clearly alive. He's gonna come back.
Big bets. no, he's definitely
I don't know.
alive.
He
100%.
may be. Honestly, he may be alive. At this point, they're building
he's
it up
100%
that I'd
alive.
actually be disappointed if he was dead. Like, wouldn't you?
I want him to pull like a citrus, and she just walks into a graveyard and doesn't realize it.
Yikes.
It's like Claudia's
Okay.
leading her to
Or
I
maybe,
know where the Major is, and it's it's like, what? Where are we? It's a graveyard. What?
Maybe Major.
How do we get here?
I don't know. I thought it was weird though because like Violet, I didn't realize it, but apparently Violet doesn't actually know that
She
she's
doesn't
in love
know what
with
love means,
the
anyways.
Major. Like, I guess I should have
Yeah.
realized that.
Well, no, it's
Well,
like
like-
she knows she has the feeling.
She doesn't
just
even know what
they
loneliness
mean.
was.
no,
That's
no,
what they're
but
trying to imply.
like because I noticed that. Yeah, she
Yeah.
didn't know that she was.
I mean, like,
lonely.
she's
But it's
feeling
not
it,
like
but
she
she's not,
couldn't
like, aware
feel
of
it. It's just that she
She
couldn't
just
like
didn't know.
articulate what it was.
No, that's the thing that I thought was interesting is that she is aware that she doesn't have like as many emotions as other people. Like when she was saying that other people comment that I'm expressionless and like I'm well aware I'm expressionless, it's just that I can't help it. Like it means that that basically means that it's not like she's a robot and she thinks that she's the normal one and everybody else is weird. Like she definitely knows that she was born and raised in a place that deprived her of the emotions that makes her human. So I think it's not like she's the really stoic, like quirky character that like, oh man, she's just the kudere that doesn't react to anything. I think she like it's nice that she actually wants to care. And
why didn't Leon like react to her having artificial hands again?
She did.
He did.
I mean, she did.
Oh,
He
she.
did.
She did. She.
Gotta pull out, get out, get out.
Please cut that out.
Freudian slip there, huh?
I got that out of the video. No,
But why didn't he ask like, oh, what happened then? Because then he was all surprised that she was a soldier. Was
I
it
don't
just
know.
like oh, that's weird. Oh, well, whatever.
I mean, he might have put two and
It's
two
cool.
together. I think the bigger point of these episodes is not to really develop Violet so much as it's to develop the other characters, which is why he gave more of his backstory than us like, learning regurgitated stuff about Violet. But
yeah, that's
that
fair.
is true.
That's fair.
But yeah, I can see why the animators might have done it. So
I wanted a 10-minute exposition from Violet about how she's growing as a character.
Yeah, that's true.
She's not. She's allowing the others to learn about themselves. But do you guys realize something? Like one crucial problem about this episode.
What?
We didn't follow up from the
Oh
previous.
yeah,
episode.
the cliffhanger. The
That is true.
Cut
cliffhanger.
off from the freaking- That pissed me the entire. Yeah, I know. I'm just like, are we just gonna live with this? Are we gonna live with the fact that like we just got cut off from this whole entire like?
No,
And we didn't even follow up.
They'll get back to it.
I thought we were gonna have a follow up at the end.
Violet
get back to
touched
it.
on it. Violet, no. What I'm really scared of is that Violet touched on it. She said, "Oh, I'm not sure if I'm fit to have such an amazing job," and that's when like Leon was like, "Oh, I think you're an ordinary girl, and I think you deserve this." And then she started like smiling and being more accepting. I'm really
God.
scared
What if-
that was the resolution to that conflict, and we're never
No
coming back to that
way.
again. Because if that's the case, that's a problem.
What if she what if at the end of the anime she just becomes like a normal girl and then she forgets about like the entire
She
thing?
turns into like a
I don't
Yuzu
know.
Gyaru character.
Whoa, that could be.
That could
Oh
be a
my
thing, dude.
gosh.
She just forgets about Major.
She forgets
She's
about
a-
Major. That could be insane.
Psych.
I mean,
Oh, but
You're the prophet.
there was like a foreshadowing thing. It was like a short foreshadowing thing. Like when they were talking about like, oh, would you die for your loved one, all that, whatever. And she was like, I would die without that person's existence.
Yeah,
so
that's
like,
true.
I don't know, that could be like a thing. She could die for Major, and Major's like,
yeah.
Well, oh, that sucks.
Well,
yeah,
as we finish 10 minutes,
that's war,
as we
fellas.
finish 10 minutes, I just want to mention one more thing. Remember when Leon had the baguette and he was
Yes.
twisting it? And he broke it?
Baguette?
I'm pretty sure Violet was looking really mournfully at it, and she was like, "Why'd you break the bread?" And I thought the same thing, and then he just tossed it away, and I was so mad at Leon for breaking a perfectly good baguette. And I just
Well, if we're
wanted
going to touch on like mundane parts of the
Just because-
episode, how about that Aurora Borealis at that
just-
time of
I
year?
just-
at that time of year, in
I was
that
about to say
part
Aurora
of the
Borealis,
country.
dude. You
Localized entirely within the comment.
No, in
It's
my head,
funny.
I just had that stupid steamed buns in my head. I'm like, oh no, Caden's gonna talk about
Localized
stupid
entirely
steamed
within
buns
the
about this
country.
shit.
Aurora
Oh,
Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
I was disappointed there was no steamed hams
know?
in this episode.
I mean, we can make a new meme, steamed hams, but it's a Violet Evergarden episode.
Aurora Borealis. Is that it for minutes on the Violet?
Yeah, we're definitely open now.
Okay.
So
Citrus.
Solid.
moving
You
on.
didn't seem
to
too happy this
the
week,
next.
Greg. I couldn't imagine why.
Citrus.
You seem perfectly fine to me.
Oh, you know, I was a little bit concerned.
Not a big
She
fan of
slapped
rape
her
scenes.
this time.
Okay, so we established. So there was like this really scary undertone. Episode 1, it had its rape scene, but it was just kissing.
This is like
I hesitate to say it was just something when it was relating to rape. But then episode 2, there's
Can you
literally
believe
someone
ripping
was
off
just
of
kissing?
clothes.
May it.
And then episode 6, man, we thought May was a bottom.
No.
Hey man.
No, she's definitely a
Hey,
switch.
Hey, cut her
She's
some slack.
definitely a
She's
switch.
very frustrated.
Why is
right
that her
now.
She's-
default?
she's
Why is her
going through
default like, oh
something.
man, my life sucks.
Her
Okay, hey,
default-
come over
her
here,
default-
Yuzu.
Her default is to go like full ASMR and be like,
Oh, never do that again. Stop.
and I was like,
No.
Get away from the mic! Holy shit!
that's default May. That is default May. When she doesn't know what she's doing,
Please.
that's all she does. And I'm like, what the heck are you?
I like
She's
how that
so
entire
weird.
scene, that entire
She's so
scene happened in
kinky.
Yuzu's "I Love Orange" shirt. so they knew you wanted to take it seriously.
Oh yeah, you know.
No, I love how like this entire scene, like her dad was still
Yeah.
waiting.
I was waiting for him to pull the grandpa
You guys
scene.
having a? You guys having a?
Hey
you
girls,
guys
what's
okay
going on?
there?
And,
Dad was
You guys
outside.
okay?
Well, May was like trying to
Yes.
finger Yuzu. Oh my god. Like pulling out, oh, it's your first time, isn't it? I'll be gentle. And I'm like, holy crap.
I can just imagine her
Oh,
dad
no.
comes
Did
in.
we even
And
lock
he's like,
the
oh wait,
door?
wait, I forgot the camera.
Ugh.
Videotapes it.
So, hey girls,
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk outside. Or he'd pull the grandpa and be like, leave!
You're
Oh
expelled.
my gosh. I have to say though. So, I will address the one cool thing about this episode, which was that Harumin can apparently ride a bike with an umbrella.
and another
And a
person
person
with
back.
another brother.
It was pretty. That was
And-
impressive. That was
impressive
impressive.
strength.
I like how they left her
have to say,
stranded there.
Mama
I also-
Harumi clutch.
Also, we were saying that Harumine's the mom friend. Yuzu literally calls her Mama Harumine, and I thought
No, that was her. She said it herself. She's like, Mama Harumi
Oh wait,
needs you to
Harumine.
help.
Oh yeah, Harumine said that she was Mama Harumine.
Why
And
they
then she,
wait?
like,
Why did they
whips her
leave?
for some
Yeah,
reason.
okay.
Yeah,
That
no,
wasn't
she
even
whips her.
explained.
It's like, no, close,
wasn't
though.
explained.
I think
Wasn't
we know why. I
It
think
wasn't
we know why.
explained.
I think we
Wink,
know why.
wink.
We don't need to.
Why'd they leave
Add
Harumi?
more
No, they took her
wink.
bike. It's like, oh, she's like smiling, waving him off. How is she getting home?
Yeah, her mom was like, that Yuzu.
We also never see that bike
She's
again.
like, that Yuzu. Always stealing my bike.
Yeah, you stole the
Classic Yuzu.
It's like, hey, Yuzu, where's my
then-
bike?
okay,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
okay. So-
about that.
Okay, and then you know when May is like really sad that Yuzu like bitch slapped her after May tried to rape her.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, the student body, they're literally like, man, May looks pretty sad. I want to feel sorry for
But
her.
she's so hot.
She's
She's
also
so hot.
beautiful when she's so beautiful when she's
Oh
so
my
hot. I was like,
god.
hello, where are we right now? There's
That's
there's
hilarious.
so much stuff.
You
That's-
know, I think we can all agree that this anime tries too hard to deliver what we're.
What is it that we
it's-
want?
It's trying to.
Wait, what do we want, though?
I mean, clearly we just wanted
A-
more
a
backstory
decent
about
Yuri
Yuzu's
anime?
mom.
It is a good
Like,
thing.
I needed to know that she worked in construction.
Yeah,
That was-
That actually.
That
was
was
Why?
I
the
put that in my
biggest
notes. I'm
plot
like,
twist.
Yuzu's
Out of
mom
all the
works
plot
in
twists so
construction?
far in
Question
this
mark.
anime, that was the biggest
Why?
plot twist
Why
of
does
all
she work
time.
in construction?
Yuzu's mom
It doesn't
works
make
in
sense.
Women,
I was
women
like,
and
holy
jobs.
crap.
I thought they were gonna be like, oh,
don't
maybe
know.
she built one of the guys or the dad's schools or something. Like that's how they met or something, but they never said anything.
I don't know.
But he travels around the world.
I don't know. I don't know.
apparently, like helping poor kids or something like
He's a
that. but,
tsundere.
I don't know how that transitioned from being a principal for a school. Have you ever realized that?
Yeah, I
He
have
just
Did he
transitioned
just
from-
He's a dude, bro.
run away?
He's a dude, bro.
I honestly.
Like, did he even
Yeah,
tell his
solid.
dad
He-
that he was just gonna not be principal anymore? Did he just
No,
like?
I
ditch?
think
He
he just. I
bailed.
think he just full
He
on
bailed.
rebelled.
And then,
Like,
can we?
yeah.
I forgot to mention. Can we just talk about how May named her bear?
Oh my! What an idiot! What an actual
I'm
idiot!
So,
Oh, what do you name?
Like,
what do you
you
want to name the
already
dog,
know.
honey?
God, what
A
are you, like,
dog.
7?
What? She's supposed to be
you already know
smart,
that
right?
when Yuzu asked the name of the bear in episode 1, the reason why May didn't say anything was just because she was too embarrassed to say that the bear's name is Bear.
Aw,
That's so
You already
dumb.
know. Like,
I shouldn't even
It's-
say. Oh, that's kind of
it's
gross.
so bad.
This
What-
reminder that May's in charge of
that
like a
was supposed to be
multi-million-dollar
cute
corporation.
scene. You're just an idiot. Oh my.
Yeah, can we just talk about the fact that like May is trying to get all this responsibility on like herself, but like how much do you love school to be this stressed about?
Hey,
being,
she chose her
like,
own
the
path.
owner of the school.
Thank you.
Like,
she
she
chose
must
her own path,
really
and I
love
don't even
school.
understand what that means because that plot point was addressed for half
That's
an
not
episode.
her path. That's definitely not her path. She's just following in the footsteps of her sensei, quote unquote.
I like how they ran out of plot, so they're like, "Oh, here's a new
She must
character.
really love school.
Oh, here's a new
Yeah,
character."
like here's.
Oh,
Okay.
oh my god. She's like okay. She's like my flat out like favorite character, so they better not like fuck
They
No,
will.
okay. I was talking to
They will.
Ariana before, like like a little bit before the podcast. This edgy, pink-haired, freaking childhood
Waifu.
friend is. Okay, I was telling Ariana, it's like
Yeah,
they
she's
got
definitely
they
going
got
to
a
best girl.
they got a 20-year-old voice actor, told her to sound like she was 8, and also like she wanted to fuck someone. That was what I told
Greg,
her.
shut up,
yeah,
Greg.
what part of
That's
waifu didn't
exactly
you understand,
what Matsuri
Greg?
sounds like. Her
Yeah, Greg.
her voice actor.
What kind of
Like, I saw her and then she spoke.
they do that
and
with
I
all
was
the
like-
best girls.
And you're like,
What the heck?
nice.
Where are you? No.
The
Greg,
death mark people, the
9-year-old?
death mark people are like
Nice.
scrambling on the phone, like, get us her. We need that voice
Give us
actress.
her. We need her. We need her. She has the headphones. That's already getting to it. Demographic. Oh my god. Where do I
acquired
live?
title stealer.
The
Stolen
lollies are
character.
striking back with a
Acquired
vengeance,
skill.
and it's scary.
I like how they tried to be artsy with the bike
God.
scene when they were biking over, and they're like, "Look at these beautiful still shots we have." But then, like the
You know what
animation was so
wrong about
bad.
that bike
The
scene?
animation was so
What
bad
was
that it
wrong
ruined
about
them.
What was wrong about that bike scene is like 2 frames before when they're showing when they're trying to show Yuzu trying to find Mei, it's like pitch black, like the sun is setting. It's basically nighttime. And then as soon as they run out and steal the bike, they stole Harmin's bike, by the way. It's day. It's day, apparently. And then when they get to the station, it's night again.
Well, you see, it was raining. It was overcast, and it just happened to clear. It was symbolic, okay? You just don't get the subtleties. It happened
to clear in like 2 seconds.
You don't get the subtleties, okay?
That could easily be possible. I did get the subtlety, you're right.
The conflict is slowly being resolved, and the sun is shining.
Well, it wasn't even like a slow resolve with that.
What is there?
There's not. They lost it. There's no more, so now they have to throw in the new character. That was the whole plot.
Well, I thought that, the conflict would be that Mei has, a bad relationship
That was the plot for 6 episodes, and then they ran out of stuff.
The plot that they're trying to say.
It wasn't even, fixed, and I'm like, okay, well...
It's like, no, it was like, trust me, it's fixed, you're just not going to hear it because we don't have time this episode.
No,
It's like, yeah, just forget about her father. It's nothing to be... He's not going to show up anyways in the later episodes, trust me.
They fixed it.
He's not going back, it's this only episode.
I'm so mad. Okay, I will give it this.
That's it.
The plot point where Mei and Yuzu's relationship, it starts to get more, it's embarrassing that this is the high point. That instead of it being rapey, the resolution of conflict is that now it's an normal, genuine sister Yuri relationship. It's actually wholesome Yuri. I can't even believe that I said that
was a big pop. Halfway through, they have the
that's the real... big resolution. Oh, everything's fixed. They're like, oh man, that kiss was different from the times that we literally tried to rape each other. Of course it was. I mean,
oh my god, that kiss actually felt surreal.
It felt
man. You want to have sex now? Yes, totally.
What a novel concept, actually. Oh my god.
What a great way to end the night with just a couple of
gal
pals, just
sisterly,
couple of sisterly love. Yeah, just.
Oh my gosh.
That was good.
I cannot watch this.
Good.
Anime,
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Not on my phone.
How are you not excited? Aren't you excited for the next?
No.
I'll give it this. This was better than episode 5.
No, you can't even say that.
It was better than episode 4.
No.
It's better than episode 4. It's not a downward spiral.
You know it's bad when you have to compare it. Well, at least it wasn't as bad as this other episode from the same season of the same show I'm watching. That's not a good thing.
It's the little things that are gonna get me through, Caden. It's the little
at least we know that we're progressing from whatever we were on before. The nothing that we were established on.
They could have just ended the season here. I don't think anybody would have minded it 6 episodes short.
Yeah, no one would have minded.
No one would have been like, oh man, that sucks, there isn't more. Oh, oops.
Yeah, at the end, Yuzu looks at Mei, just like, Mei, I'm so glad we're sisters. And
then Mei just says citrus, and then roll credits.
Not blood related. No blood related. So let's add that part. Good God. Okay. Well, okay, we're out of time, so we're gonna have to move on.
No.
So, it's everyone's favorite, Death March. I'm actually
we could just start clapping now if that's what you wanted.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the reason why Death March improved.
Whoa.
It improved. Let me tell you why. You want to know why?
I don't think you can say that word in
You want to know
why?
Let me tell you why.
Why?
2 words.
Let's hear it.
Actually, no, it's not 2 words. That was a lie.
Wait, let me count these again. 3.
Yeah, I can't make a joke. Anyway, the reason why, and I didn't realize it until I was 8 minutes in, there was no food for 8 minutes.
There was food though, but there was still food though.
There was definitely food.
No.
So your reasoning is invalid, Greg.
For 8 minutes,
Your
there was
reasoning
no
is definitely
food.
invalid.
I was like,
for 8 minutes, they went 8 minutes without saying, "Oh, look at this food over here." No, I noticed this too. They're desperate to be anything but a fun adventure show. They're trying to be anything.
His hand is twitching. He's like, "Please, let me animate food, please."
This is the second time they went to a farmer's market. And there was food, and there was pointless lore, and then they were like, oh, wait, I guess we do have to have fighting, huh?
No, I'll be
And then they had to. So
What
they just made
fighting?
crappy
They
CG
fight
ants
these
crawl
level
into a
3
room.
ants. What even? Oh my gosh.
I can just imagine the studio having like a poster in the back. It's like number of minutes on each episode where we didn't have food involved.
No, okay. I think
It's
Episodes
like, all right,
without
fellas,
food.
we're on that 8 minute
Zero.
mark.
remember when like the two lolly like demi-humans, they were like on Satu's lap and they were like dreaming about
And say the
food.
meat thing, and
Okay.
I'm like, okay, gotta clear
I
my
will
browser
be-
history
okay.
again.
I'll be honest. I was so sick of food at that point that I would have rather had the meat thing being an innuendo of them trying to eat Satu's dick than I would have if
Why would
it
you?
would have it was
Then
actually
the
meat.
food, then the food.
I would have
When I
rather had
first saw
that.
it, when I first saw
Well,
it,
they did
that is
both,
not
so-
what came to my mind.
It was
That is definitely not what I thought of. But okay,
Well,
that's what
I mean,
you
that's
thought
kind of what
I
I
would have
thought of
rather
too.
had
They
that
didn't
because
make it
I'm
really
so
subtle.
sick of food. I am so sick.
Honest to God, like I could not focus on this episode. Like I had my finger on like the little arrow keys because I just wanted to skim through this episode. I'm like, please, Lord, please
You had
don't
Pop
let me
Team
watch
like
this entire-
typed in to go to next. You're
Yeah.
just like you're like tapping
I
your
have
foot, like
multiple
okay,
tabs
okay,
open.
come on.
Speaking of which, okay.
No,
Let me just bring this
go
up.
ahead.
Since you were talking about like the battles with the ants, did you guys notice that he pulled a penny out and shot an ant?
Oh my
down?
god!
Yeah.
What is the
did
currency?
not wanna-
What
I
is the
didn't-
currency? I had to wind it back. I had to wind it back. I'm like, they didn't
You
just
get
say
a penny.
pennies.
There's no such thing as a penny.
No. Pennies are
I think
are
that-
less than bits then. So
No,
it goes penny,
it's
bits,
a-
small
the
copper,
Death
large
March
copper,
wiki,
silver, gold.
The Death March wiki does not have something for pennies. They don't exist. Where did
I
he get a
think I
penny?
no. I'm starting to think it's the translation team doing this too,
Speaking
because
of
there was
which-
also a
speaking
point
of-
in this where they
That is
said
true.
like some kind of bar as
Okay.
like the item he was using.
No, what's more
What?
ridiculous? Okay,
What?
if we're gonna talk about like the stupidity of currency, episode 1, they say that episode 2, they say that 2 silver equals 10 days at an inn.
Oh my God.
He hasn't even stayed 10 days at this inn, mind you, but he's already going house shopping, and he says his budget is 2 silver, and he's able
Yeah,
to
what,
get
didn't
like
he
these
have way more money?
20-room mansions with 2 silver, and I'm like, dude, you paid for 10 days in a 1-room inn that forced you to sleep in a stable for 2 silver, and you're somehow able to freaking buy a mansion with the same amount of money. How is that even possible?
I like how he
guy.
laughed about it to Xena. Where she's like, oh yeah, I had to go house shopping for my slaves. They're in the barn.
I was like,
What, dude?
Just
my
casual
child
thing for
slaves
merchants,
that are
'cause
in
he's
the
a merchant,
barn.
apparently.
Death March is hurting me.
Just
Oh my
now,
God, wait, I
just
wanted
now
to say
you're
something.
realizing it.
Yeah, it's been hurting me from the start. It's not. Is it kicking to you at, like now?
It's like I had welts on my body, but it wasn't until I went to the doctor where they said, "Oh well, let's try the allergen thing," and they hit me with every possible allergen, and they got to Death March. They're like, you're gonna need like epinephrine or something,
Yeah,
dude.
sorry, yeah.
Like you're gonna
have-
die if you keep doing this."
We literally had
I
an
have-
episode called Post-Death March Stress Disorder, and I thought that was the worst episode of Death March. It's gotten worse. Like, we could name every
As
single
each
episode of
episode
this
progresses,
podcast
I thought that
post-
my tolerance for Death March would like increase, but no, my resistance is decreasing.
Well, because
I
they're
can't do
making
this.
acquired skill, Death March tolerance.
Yeah, acquired skill, raised voice. That was an acquired skill.
No, it's
What can
amplify
you do?
voice.
Amplified voice. Greg,
So-
please come on.
Hey, are
Step
you
it up,
here?
Greg. Come on,
Hey,
please.
how would you do that? No, how would you do that in a video game? You type in all caps. Here's your skill, dude.
Yeah, that's
What?
your skill.
What does that mean?
I'm so
Why
bad.
is there an acquired voice skill in your RPG video game? What does that
Wait,
even mean?
have you seen that one scene?
No.
That one scene where he left the brothel for some reason or whatever.
Oh,
Like,
I
have
think
a
we know
screenshot
why he
of
left
it.
the brothel.
Wait, I have a
God.
screenshot of it. I have to
No,
read it.
they
because
didn't make it subtle at all. Like,
Yeah,
he went
because
to
they said
the
acquired
Acquired
brothel.
skill, chiropractic massage, acquired skill, sexual techniques, pillow talk, and seduction. Can
Yeah.
I please shoot myself?
Like
in the
he went to the brothel.
He went to the brothel. He's 15 in this game, mind you.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
but
an
it's
adult.
legal.
That's
Oh,
an
yeah,
adult.
It's
that's
legal.
true.
We've
He
been
is an
through this.
adult.
Sorry.
Never mind. I can't
come
even
on.
say that as if it's a bad thing.
Oh, I mean, there's probably still like a 10-year age
You
gap,
remember,
but
you remember the currency conversions, but you forgot about the age of consent.
Oh my
Craig.
god. And then,
and which,
okay.
by the way, we still don't know that's the minimum.
Oh my god.
Just throwing that out there.
And then there.
It's pointless. It's useless.
This is the last thing because I'm about to have an aneurysm. So
I'm becoming a fucking Neanderthal.
Just a mess. Like we revert to like Cro-Magnon.
I'm degrading as a human being.
Denmark's bad.
No, okay.
Food.
You know when the guy is trying to like steal like the monster cores from Lisa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh god, I could not watch that scene. I'm so sorry.
Satu, he's a fake merchant, by the way. He has no idea how this entire
just PS.
economy
Oh,
works.
God.
Pulls out this receipt. And I'm like, what is he gonna do with this? Is he gonna try and
That he just had pre-made.
and he just
It's like a
dishes
freaking
out these
contract
economic
for
facts.
life.
And I'm like, where are you getting these things?
Good thing I wrote this last night.
Good thing I
I had a feeling.
I'm so I'm so
I-
lost.
I like how Xena spent like 20 years saying that healing spell too. Like, and he's just having like this monologue while it's happening. It's like, oh, finally! Like, how is that practical at all? I'm pretty sure we saw healing spells. I'm pretty sure we saw healing spells happen faster.
She healed 3 people in like the amount of time that took them to talk about that entire lore thing, whatever backstory.
It
and then
took
she's
them
like,
the entire time.
out to go heal the rest of the army, you know? Just gonna take the entire
like 5 minutes later. Okay, I think you're just healed now, and they didn't look any more healed either.
No, okay, I have a theory. Okay, I have a theory.
A game
All right,
theory.
hear me out. Okay, so remember the play that they're watching?
Oh yeah, lore.
Okay, and you know, and
God,
like
I hated
it's so stupid. Like I don't even know.
You mean like
what? Like essentially
it's
everyone
trying to make
dies.
social
Juliet, but
commentary.
not.
Like essentially
It's not.
everyone dies on this play. But okay. Satu's basically saying, "Oh man, it's an incomprehensible ending," and I was about my immediate comment to like what he just said was like, "Holy crap, dude, your show isn't any better." And then I realized, what if this is the animators' cry for help? And the bureaucracy
their
of the
protagonist,
studio is
Batu.
telling them to make this incomprehensible and terrible, and the animators are like, guys, we're trying our best.
Yeah, apparently
We're on a death march.
the nobles, quote
We're on
unquote,
a
said
death
they
march.
couldn't make it like that. A cough.
God,
We're struggling.
that's the only.
Please.
That's the only.
Our income is 2 pieces of bread. That's why they animate so much. They animate so much food because they're hungry.
They're starving. No, I like to think
Please.
it's like the managers or like the directors, like 5-year-old kids, like animate more food. It's like, but we have the quota of the meal, more food, and it's like, oh, okay, bread, bat wings, okay, is this good? Please don't fire me.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm so done.
Well, this is great. This is Death March, everyone. Welcome
is
to the
Death
show.
March.
Yeah. It's been half the
I can't
season.
even
It's
cry
felt like
anymore.
10.
No, every episode
No more.
it broke me down to tears. But
Each
I'm just
episode feels like
laughing at my own
a separate
pain.
season.
And the problem is, you're right. When you said that highway analogy where, like, it's a crashing and burning, but you just turn to look, that's exactly what I feel like. Because when I do this, the first episode I always watch is Death March. And it should be the last by all, like, any logic. But I just want to see how bad it gets every time. And I
watch Death March Thursday and everything else Friday.
Like, that's essentially what happens. This hurts me.
I definitely procrastinated watching this one. Like, I didn't think I could procrastinate watching anime, but here I am. I was watching this like 10 minutes before we got on this podcast thing, and I skimmed through it. That's the worst part.
The thing is,
I'm
like,
so
Citrus
sad.
already, like, knocks me down to, like, kneeling. So when Death March, like, bludgeoned me with a spiked bat, I'm already close enough to the ground that it doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah, you know.
If I didn't go from, like, Violet
Right.
to straight Death March or something.
Yeah, you can watch Death March and be like, well, I mean, it's not as bad as what I just watched earlier.
Well,
so I
no,
guess
it is,
not
but
that
it's
bad.
not
Okay,
as
well.
bad as it could. Or it could be even worse. Because it could be this and Citrus combined.
God. Well, fortunately, at least with this podcast, we have something better coming up in the horizon, which I guess is a good transition.
There's no rock bottom for Death March.
Wow.
I realize that. Because you keep thinking, okay, well, it can't be worse than that episode. but it does, and it keeps going. So I don't have a rock. Now it's just
So
interesting.
it's kind of like an
to see where it
endless.
goes.
It's like an endless pit, I guess.
It's
Yeah,
an
like
endless
you
pit.
see some
Like,
shows and
you're
it
falling
just keeps
and-
getting better. It's like the opposite. It's
No,
just you want to see how
it's not
bad
like-
it gets.
Yeah.
You're not climbing up. You're actually falling, and you're like, "Wow, I think I see some light," but it's just
it's hell.
you're just starting to pass out. Like you're quickly blacking out every second.
Gosh.
So
Well,
That's what
let's
it
not
feels
spend
like.
15 minutes on Death March like we have for
As much
the
as
past
we'd
3
love to.
episodes.
Like-
So we'll just
like
stop
what
here.
we
We'll
just
stop
had.
early. So.
Was
we
that
gotta
10
move
minutes
on.
already?
Oh,
my
it's been
God.
13.
that was way
No
too
way!
It's
No
so
way!
bad. So we have to move on. We're going on to we have to go on to
That's
pop
crazy. That's 15 minutes.
Gosh.
Okay, pop
It's
team.
broke a record.
team. Pop team.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
Okay, pop team.
So
It's good. This
I
is
took
definitely
my
this.
notes.
I didn't count it, but I'm pretty sure this was the longest skit for pop team so far.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Kind
It
of
was-
the most irrelevant.
No,
story.
it-
No,
This
no.
was
What's
funny.
it called? What's that Go manga called? Because that's obviously what it was parodied in, like the ghost, the
No,
traditional
it's just
ghost
parodying
teaching
any.
like
No, it's just parodying
Yeah,
any.
I mean, like Pokemon has the same concept too, like the Elite Four.
Yeah,
and
like
then you have to
any
fight the
tournament.
No,
final
but the
Any
ghost,
tournament.
ghost thing is from that Go one. What's it called? God, now I should have looked it up.
No, but like just like the
that the
concept,
one-
like okay, you know, like the 0 move and 1 move win. That well, like more
Yes.
specifically, like the 0 move win. The only thing I was thinking of was when like Lelouch plays chess in Code Geass, and I was like, oh my god, this is just so
Papuko
like,
V Batranya commands you.
yeah, you know, just, but, like this was such a funny parody on just like
Hikaru
how
no Go.
ridiculously OP.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Like, oh, that's what it called. That's what it was called.
Hikaru no Go was about a kid who goes up to his attic and he finds like a Go board and it has the ancient traditional spirit of a Japanese ghost who teaches him how to play Go. That's what it was.
Oh,
Uh,
I think I remember this one.
Okay.
I didn't
Because
watch it,
I
but
saw like
remember this.
Pikimi come out. I'm like, this is what it's parodying. I know what it is. I get it.
Yeah.
I get a reference.
That's a more concrete explanation.
Yes,
Like,
I know this one.
Like
that was
the
cultured.
hell shake Yano. I'm like, okay, if it's gonna be one of these,
Oh,
I have no
that-
idea what
that
you're
gets
talking
explained.
about.
Okay,
then
yeah,
No,
be
it's
my
you
guest.
know
definitely
what hell
explained.
shake, yeah,
It's gonna
is
be
hell-
explained next
Oh,
episode.
it will be.
I don't know. I don't even know what it's making a joke about.
No, it's a future joke.
It's a
A
future,
future
joke.
joke.
So
Oh, don't
yeah,
don't
because
spoil
I
it.
watched the next
Oh,
episode.
don't spoil
No,
it.
don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
Spoiler.
I didn't say anything.
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll
That's
move on then.
Billion
Oh my gosh.
quadrillion. That's my favorite character.
Billion
in Nexo 4.
quadrillion. I was so
He was
confused
also a robot.
too.
Why are they all robots?
I don't know.
That's like the punchline to every skit.
I mean, the first one was real, I think. The second one just
was
the
sand.
second girl.
Was sand or something.
No, what I don't, and then also there's like, is there an ongoing your name gag? Because like
I think
they
so.
guess.
put in your name
I
is
mean,
like
yeah,
so
I know
many
they came
different
back
times,
to like your name is,
and like
Yeah.
it was like that was like really the theme of this episode was just like a bunch of your name is type stuff. Like that was I was like, what the heck?
Billion quadrillion.
And,
I don't mind the reference. Though.
I imagine
No, I
that guy
don't
like
mind
on
the
Saturday
reference.
Night Live. Starring billion
Oh.
quadrillion.
Oh, talking about Saturday Night Live for some reason, I saw a post where it's like, I don't want to like be too controversial about this, but I'm gonna say right now, Pop Team Epic is basically the Eric Andre show.
I can see that. It's
It
like
is.
that so
Yeah,
surreal,
I
so
see it.
surreal
Some
humor
people say
that
it's
you don't know what to say.
iCarly. But some people say it's Fanboy Chum Chum. I say it's iCarly. Some people find it Eric Andre show. So
Well, Eric Andre show people like. See, it's that fine line between surreal and a little so random that you have to straddle, or this
Yeah.
show's straddling.
no,
straddle.
what I found funny is the Bob Team Epic parody of the like the whole like blanket one where
Yeah.
she's like, oh, don't do this to me,
They
blanket.
already did the skit.
They
earlier.
parodied
did that one.
themselves.
Yeah,
And I
the
was like,
earlier one.
What the heck?
Well, see, I told
Where
you
are we?
earlier that they're based on real
They're
skits, like actual like on model skits.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's based off. It's a parody of their own parody.
Yeah, but-
Like for Como.
I noticed all the travel skits seem to be Bob teams too. Like if they ever go anywhere, it's a Bob team.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's France.
Unless
Oh
it's-
yeah, that one in French.
we have to find a connection. We got to do an analysis of Pop Team at some point.
I
Is
can't
it French
believe
one?
they wasted their skeleton for the non-Olympics episodes.
Yeah, that was a little bit disappointing. They did do a
Why?
cooking episode though.
Oh, that was hype.
They did a cooking episode.
I like
that was hype.
Stop.
Stop, please. I mean, I don't even think the sugar was actually increasing at all. The sugar in the bag wasn't even decreasing. I was like, that's a...
Why isn't Pop
Well, I
Team
mean, it's
following
not like-
physics rules?
I mean, it's not like their mouths are actually opening and closing while they talk.
Oh my god,
I mean,
we
like,
cracked the plot
are
hole.
we-
Oh my gosh, we figured it out. This is
That's
it's
it.
all fake.
That's
it's
it.
all
Physics,
fake.
physics doesn't apply
Physics
to them.
doesn't apply.
You're right.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
It's like the gag monk doesn't follow the gag for Komen doesn't follow a physical
The
like
laws of
realistic set of rules.
Wow.
That's
It's
impossible.
crazy.
Oh my god.
Nani?
You can't do that.
We can't.
You like take your glasses off and start wiping it off.
Where are we?
You push their glasses
Yeah, bye,
up,
bye.
they shine.
Yeah.
That's the.
Gosh. Jeez. This episode.
No, the Bob team,
this is
Bob
fun.
team and cooking team are the
I hate Bob
best
Team.
parts. Why do you hate Bob team?
I don't know. I just don't like Bob Team.
Wow.
Wow,
Kind of
Wow.
like almost how I don't like Suichi, but
Wow.
my
nice.
boy.
Now you're hitting on
Wow.
Soichi too, really?
No,
Anything
I
else?
find
You heard it
Any other
first.
beloved
Ariana
icon?
doesn't
I love
like
Suichi
fun.
more than Bob Team Epic.
God. What a
Surprise,
I don't
surprise.
Like, I don't like random dancing, so I don't like Bob Team Epic.
gosh.
That's
you
the
heard
whole
it,
show!
You heard it
That's
first.
the whole show.
Ariana
Out of
doesn't
theory-
like
out of
iCarly.
theory, I think that
I
all these
think-
different universes of Pop Team Epic are connected in one. I think they're all connected in just one long story.
Oh my god.
They're stuck. Bob Team Epic is definitely connected somehow.
Maybe.
Traps.
Honestly, everything may be
Okay.
connected.
Well, you know what?
Traps.
I take that back. Let's not talk about this anymore.
It's obviously connected with the idol running gag. That's going
No,
to pay
I'm
off.
curious.
I swear
I'm
to
curious.
God.
Is the
I
idol running
cannot
gag
wait.
something that was source material? Because I know,
I don't think
the
so.
initial. Because I know what was source material was
On
the
what?
initial. Because I know one of the creators of of Pop.
You know one of them?
Oh my gosh, can I get an
Oh my
autograph?
Oh my
No,
God,
but
please,
like
can I
one
have
of
an autograph, please?
one of them, they like basically wrote in like a manga that was advertised as Pop Team, and then the entire thing was the idol gag. Like the entire thing
Yeah.
was just an idol anime,
my
and then
God.
it was done. And everybody was like, "What the heck is this?" And that's why this is happening. But I was wondering if like a lot of these end cards are just being made originally, or if they're going off source material, because like
That'd
that
be pretty
like
cool if they're
joke
just making them up.
edition wasn't actually
Yeah.
like a full length edition, obviously. So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny that they're just
they're
making
definitely
them up.
going to have a full blown episode though somewhere along
It's a
the
finale.
timeline of
Yeah.
It's a finale,
That's the
obviously.
finale or maybe even possibly an OVA.
If they make a
The
Pop Team
Team
OVA
OVA.
with just
An
that
OVA,
would be
please.
funny.
Yeah, no, without a doubt, they're definitely going to make an OVA.
Yeah,
Oh, please.
Definitely, they should.
gosh. And,
It's such a good anime. They need an OVA.
oh, and then I forgot to
Yeah,
mention that
uh-huh.
the YouTube subscriber skit, it was scarier than
Ah.
Ito
Oh, I
Junji.
hit a little too close to home.
It was a little bit scarier than Ito Junji, I have to say.
Just don't forget
Yeah.
to like and subscribe.
Yeah. By the way,
don't forget to like and
if you
subscribe,
like the
guys.
podcast.
Got us.
Oh, I thought they were going to connect it to there's a 4 coma slide. I mean, like a little skit where it's like Popuko was like put to YouTube jail for like her web crime or something.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I know what you're
internet
talking
jail
about. Where
for-
she like
for
eats
YouTube
the thing
crimes.
for eats the chips
Yeah.
for like 20 years. That might
Yeah,
be
she
spoilers.
does it for like the 10-minute mark thing,
Gosh.
the 10-minute rule.
I'm
Oh,
struggling to like understand the continuity. Like there isn't really any, so I'm giving
They
up.
should have made a Logan Paul joke.
They,
So that was in Japan.
oh my god.
Oh no.
It's
Oh
just-
no.
She goes to YouTube jail for
No.
looking at it. Serious.
I mean, if any show would do it, it would be Pop Team.
I would love
so-
to watch that. Actually,
They did
I would
have a
love to
finish
watch
spinner.
Popuko just like just like run around Japan like with PP like
throwing
videotaping
Pokeballs at
Pokeko,
people.
Oh my
wearing
God.
And looking at
you know, Japan's all about that respect.
That would be hilarious.
And then Popogo gets put into
YouTuber jail.
for YouTube crimes.
If only that was a thing.
He only goes there for a month though, because as we know. Oh, oh man, I want to like go off on Logan because apparently he like.
We'll save that for our other podcast.
I don't think this is the kind of
this is a family friendly podcast,
to talk
so
about.
we'll just move on. Oh man. Anything else about Pop Team, or should we just wrap
I was
up?
disappointed there wasn't any huge changes in the male side this time. It's pretty similar.
It was pretty similar.
I was expecting the Marilyn Monroe skit spoiled me to being like, oh, there might be a whole different skit in here. So I watched the whole thing, and it really wasn't.
Yeah. Oh well. You can't have it all. You can't have it all. But I mean, you certainly can't have it all with their next anime. But
what's that supposed to mean?
Well, I guess we'll find out when we talk about Ito Junji.
On the next episode,
oh man,
fall in love again.
Hey, not yet. Not yet. Stop.
Not yet. Well, anyway.
Stop.
On to Ito Junji. So,
go man.
Well, you seem like you have a boner pick, right?
I don't.
I thought you said boner.
I don't
pick.
really.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a boner pick, Greg.
Okay.
Boner
pick. What?
Sounds like you have a boner pick, Greg.
Well, it's more about the
pick.
second volume, and I'll get into why I don't really like.
I'll admit that the second volume was more sad than it was scary.
It was like I was almost like I was caught off guard because like I thought I started to know like Junji Ito a little bit better like as a horror writer just from like all the different like his themes so far from episodes 1 to 5, and then like Gentle Goodbye came out of nowhere. And it wasn't like there weren't any creepy stills, which is what I was expecting. It was like kind of sad, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." But,
yeah, it's just like it's just depressing.
But let's talk about Window Next Door first, because that's the first.
Oh, that's a classic. This is a classic one.
This is a classic one. Give us the background, Caden.
Just shock.
Just shock.
It's like it's Junji's bread and butter.
Weird.
It's his bread and butter.
Yeah. This was
like oh my god, that's so creepy.
It's not even that much of a shock. I think that the shock came from like seeing the lady.
How they wasted all their animation budget on the fingers movie.
Yeah, oh my god.
So they couldn't move
salad
them out.
fingers or something, whatever this shit was. But it seemed like CGI to me. I don't think it was, right?
That caught me off guard. Well, it was animated pretty decent. Like this
it was animated pretty decent.
Like,
the laundry pole thing was I was
like after
scared to death with the laundry pole thing. Because I thought the laundry pole thing was like her finger at first because they panned it, and I was like, what the heck?
Maybe you should be writing these, Greg.
I don't know. Because like
it's like,
she was
let's not have it a laundry pole. Let's have it like her finger.
I mean, she was doing that whole thing about
Vsauce.
I don't know. She was doing that whole thing about how I can almost reach the door. I mean the window. What am I saying? Jeez. That was
dude.
God.
If I was the guy, I'd take the laundry pole and just shuck it right back into her face.
Javelin style, like
honestly,
I got it.
Rusty. Did you see that? Like he touched that thing. I was like, oh my god, did you have a tetanus shot before you got that?
Well, I didn't cut it. I would have held it and waited for her to get on it, then dropped it. Be like, oops, sorry.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Well, like this was definitely like this volume was the kind of volume where you know the creepiness is coming. So you like try and like look away for a little bit, and then are like, "No, I have to actually watch that," because that was essentially me when she
I had
was
like an existential crisis.
It just cuts you off. It wasn't even that like scary.
It wasn't. Well, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Were we like only scared of it because we knew it was scary?
Now.
Were we only scared of it because we knew it was going to be scary? Like, if I want to know like someone who just watches this without any context, like, are they already like a little like unnerved by it?
I mean, technically, if you're watching all these volumes, you're like watching it without context. Cause
like you know it's a horror, but you know it's horror anthologies though.
Yeah.
Well, we do. It's episode 6. It's not used like even as an anthology series. Most people start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's not really a follow-up from any previous episodes.
Well,
so-
no, Soichi has
Oh,
continuity.
Soichi.
Okay,
Come
I'm
on.
bringing back
Yeah.
Soichi. We're not talking about Soichi has nothing to do with this episode. Can we just leave Soichi in the past?
Fine,
It's
Soichi's in the
2017.
past.
It's
But
2018, fellas.
let's just at least talk about the ending, because that was like where this volume really got me. Oh my gosh.
Where the whole room stretched out.
Oh my god,
The-
wait,
it
wait,
was
can we...
stretched out. That was a good
Gross.
ending. That was probably
That was a good ending.
That was
Wait, okay,
tied
so-
with House of Puppets for the best ending of the entire series so far, at least in my opinion.
And no one had to die for it,
Yeah.
right?
No one had to die for it because it's just implication.
I don't know.
You don't know if Hiroshi's
Someone-
dead or not.
I mean, they
you don't
technically
know.
did. I mean, they're tech.
Like,
Uh,
I liked it. It was.
Yeah.
I liked it too, but I just wanted to say something. Like, this entire time I've been watching Ito Junji, I was like, oh, I want, like, 2 volumes to connect somehow. Like, I don't know if we've had any in the previous episodes, have we? Like a
Soichi.
couple volumes and just connect?
No, we.
Soichi.
Okay, we're not talking about Suichi. Can we just... Wait, besides Suichi, we've never really had 2 volumes connect in the same episode.
No, not
but,
really.
Like,
Although it's
Nope.
this one, it was interesting to me because, like, I was like, oh, that second volume really cut off, like, really short. I don't know. But then, like, we had that third volume, which was, like, the last volume. I was like, oh, now we're having a connection, and I'm glad we had this connection because it's really interesting when they connect stuff.
I don't know. It's interesting that you say like
wanted the
connection
connection.
because
Connections.
like it's definitely intentional that they pair certain volumes up together. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that just because they're all independent of each other, they just do them randomly. Like if you look at the endings, they're actually like customized for each episode, so that like the 2 volumes they're paired together. Like I thought it was kind of cool that in this like Gentle Goodbye and Window Next Door, they both had like characters like basically overlapped by like Gentle Goodbye's characters were overlapped with the woman's hands, like the really creepy hands in Window Next Door, and they were like all like it was pretty cool how they overlapped in the ending. And I feel like in that way the people that are directing, they must have a reason for why they're doing these things connected. I don't know.
That sounds like a theory. That sounds like a theory.
I don't know.
Huh.
Well,
But I've
let's just talk about Gentle Goodbye at least. So
Is that
Sad
you mean the
Boys
third volume,
Hours.
not the second one, because the second one was named Gentle Goodbye, right? Or was...
yeah, the second one was named
Gentle Goodbye.
Okay.
Sad Boys.
Sad Boys.
Pepe Face.
See, the issue with this one is that
It's not scary, it's sad.
no, it's okay. Like have you guys watched The Sixth Sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense, this is basically The Sixth Sense, really.
Everyone,
if you think about it.
everyone but one person that I've ever met in my life knows how The Sixth Sense ends. Everybody.
Yeah.
So you don't need to explain it.
No, I'm not trying. Well, basically, though, the reason why The Sixth Sense was scary is because the dead people were terrifying. At least for like 3rd grade me, when I watched that movie, I was like terrified by like the people hanging in, as if they were chandeliers, like that type of imagery. There's nothing here for build-up. Like, and that's what I kind of find weird is that with this especially, it's almost like you already have in the back of your mind who's an after image and who isn't, because the after images look identical. It's not that they look dead, so you automatically assume. Like, do you guys get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. This is definitely not a scary one. It's not even
it's
foreboding because of that. It's sad. Because if you wanted to be scary, he'd do like The Sixth Sense, and he'd have it be like weird, creepy monster.
yeah,
ghosts.
that was what I was
they
thinking.
weren't.
But no, it wasn't.
Because it wouldn't work for the twist. Basically.
Yeah,
And because of that, it's not scary, really. It's sad.
No, yeah,
Sad
I
boy.
guess it's sad. I think it's a little bit creepy by implication. If like when I'm not sure who the sister of the sister's name? Not
Tomoko.
Tomoko. When she's like crying and is like, "Oh, I hope I'm with you forever, Mom." I thought that was
Oh
kind
my god, I
of.
hated that.
I was like, "Oh,
Killed me.
Because like I was kind of confused because initially they were saying that the after images can't interact with the world, and then people like Rico and Tomoko are able to talk and able to like. I almost feel like it's worse if that happens, because then how are you ever gonna let go, right? So that was a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it all just exists in like those people's minds, but like I thought it was like going to be like, I don't know, when they first like showed Tomoko like and her mom like together crying and stuff like that, that made me think. I was like, maybe Rico's father is the one who's dead, because I initially thought that Rico's father was an after image, but then when they threw it out on the line, you're like, nope, she's the after image. So like,
what a twist.
I have a question. Does her father know she's dead?
Yeah, that was something I didn't know.
So like, yeah, I mean like she could have died and like no one told him, and then so they just let her become an after image so he would think that she's still alive.
Well,
so.
I feel like he probably knows, because like how would
like
you not like, oh wow, that person in that accident probably looks like they have her ID, I mean, or
like,
whatever.
That makes sense, because like isn't her grave at like her family's?
Yeah, so he knows.
Yeah,
but he probably also like he obviously knows they did the after image thing, so he's like, okay.
I don't know. I guess like realistically, this is a good volume. I'm not gonna say that it's not. It's like if I were to look at it objectively, the problem is that I know that it could have been better, and the reason why I say that is like once again, what I was saying before about like the whole emotional.
Because you're a professional horror writer.
No, but like
yes, of course. Like, please rewrite this whole volume.
Like you know when like Riko's like looking and she's like horrified because she's like, oh my god, the great grandparents look like ghosts, and they kind of have like this hollowed out face and this hollowed expression. I thought the way they were gonna go with this was after it's revealed that their after image is. I thought it would be cooler if Junji Ito decided that he was gonna write about like the emotional horror of knowing that you're an after image and knowing that you're going to be forgotten, and that's why you're going to disappear, is because people are going to start not caring about you. And that's what I thought would have been.
Mexican Day of the Dead.
Yeah, that's
stuff, dude.
That sounds like something
that's some like Disney Pixar's.
Would make.
Yeah, that's some like Pixar's Coco.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. They could have had like some kind of
because like I felt really bad for Tomoko, because she was like when she was saying goodbye to Riko at like the end of the volume, Tomoko like had this hollowed expression and she almost looked depressed, and I was like, does she know that she's disappearing? Because like I almost felt bad, and that was what I was hoping would be explored, but it's okay. This volume was still okay.
Hey,
I like how they use their stand powers to summon the ghosts. They're Ripple. I like how they use Ripple. They're Chakra.
Think harder.
They're hockey.
Man. All right.
Solid.
Well, that's that for
you caught
my after image can summon my dead relatives.
Oh man.
And perfect replicas. Nani?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, man, I should just write JoJo Part 9.
Honestly.
Give me the script, Arky.
Well, I mean... Okay, well, I don't know how to best segue into ramens anymore. So
I needed something to make me feel better. That's how you segue
into
ramens. I needed something happy.
Let's get into ramens now, guys.
Dressed up as girls?
God.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially.
How do you feel about Lynn?
This is the episode of The Trap.
Did you feel sad that like Lynn was almost dead?
Okay.
The
problem is that there was no dramatic
dead body.
tension.
You're like, I can't watch this anime anymore. Not with Lynn dead.
Welp.
Everybody, but like, no one. I don't think anyone thought that Lynn was dead. In the
nobody did. Well, because they showed the torturer guy getting the message like, okay, we get it. We get what's gonna happen.
We get what's happening. It's not like it's that big of a deal. Although I did find it funny that he's like, oh yeah, just send me a pic and I'll give you a quote. And I was like, is this like insurance? What is happening? Like, I really like how Tipnet stuff is like super professional. But, I don't even know where to begin.
There's been shipping between Bomba and Lin every episode. And this is not just my crack ship. This has been a recurring theme. I made sure to write down, timestamp it every time.
Like,
it's there.
This anime gets my gay seal of approval.
Realistically,
more than Citrus. It gets it before Citrus does.
But there's a new player in town. The Sayuri girl, she definitely knows Bomba. Like, this is there's
oh no, really?
Is she the she's the short-haired purple girl, right? Like
the purple-haired girl that somehow managed to kill the Kakkoii Association chairman.
She used poison
in a second.
She said so herself.
Jeez. He's gone.
I hated how they cut him off. They were about to explain who she was, and there's oh, that's Bomba's former blank.
Hey, is that Bomba's
baseball scene?
I don't know.
Is that Bomba's They got assassinated.
Oof. Gosh, this is so. This is such a.
I like this episode. I like this more than the last episode.
I liked it too.
I kind of didn't like it. I wanted to see the white-haired guy die.
Yikes.
Oh my gosh. What did he do?
So.
No, the white-haired guy...
Saruchi!
I do admit...
Can you please take notes on the characters' names, people?
Okay, Saruchi. Okay. His whole, if you die, I can't kill you relationship with Banba.
People die when
I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
That trope's been very overused in Shonen, and I was like, I don't want it here. But
I am your rival. I have to save you to beat you myself. Kipachi Ramasama.
But he's literally white-haired Sasuke. But whatever.
Lame ass zero.
The thing is, ninja. What I'm getting scared of. Okay, so
is that Lid's gonna die?
No. Yeah, okay, so Saruchi is clearly Saruchi's clearly the parallel to Banba with the whole ninja versus samurai. And Okita is obviously the parallel to Saruchi's agent. It's almost like they were building up these two counter organizations. But I almost feel like in 2 episodes, or maybe even just in the next episode, Banba and Saruchi are gonna be okay and be friends because clearly they know each other's identities, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know who the protagonist. I mean, who's the antagonist anymore?
They just keep it's the Kyoko Kaikyu associate.
But their chairman
just died. I know, but the Lee guy, the glasses Lee guy, is still there. They're like the international Chinese-Japanese gang. They're the big bad.
I don't know. I almost feel like
the big boys.
I need an antagonist, one antagonist that I can be you are the bad guy.
And they don't just die.
I don't think you can find a singular antagonist.
Oh yeah, because Durarara has.
The problem is
yeah, it's definitely not this anime.
I don't know. The problem is that with an anime okay, Durarara. I keep using this as an example, but I have to. With this, there were so many characters in Durarara, but you could lead everything back to Izaya. Literally everything bad that happened, you could lead back to him. Even though there were other, antagonists that, started it, everything led back to him, so you could say he's the real bad guy.
Well, maybe we just haven't seen the one big bad guy yet.
Maybe. But
yeah, maybe this is building up.
Maybe this is building up.
And a trap.
I'm not saying
Banba's the big boy.
This is a bad show. But gosh.
Did you feel the tension when they looked at each other's real faces and it's oh, you're pretty hot? I could feel it.
Banba has abs, by the way.
Oh yeah, he does.
Banba has abs.
I'm Saruchi, back off. That's Lin's man.
That they had earlier.
Back off. I'm more invested in this. I've said this multiple times. I'm more invested in their romance than I am the Citrus one. And that one's just about that.
Oh. Because Citrus is in your face and then Banba's and Lid's
flirty.
A little more
They
subtle.
flirt with each other.
It's
I guess.
pretty
Okay, that's kind of gross.
I don't know.
The fight scenes are
No
well
one's here for
animated.
that gross, etchy shit.
They're good.
Yeah, the fight scenes
They're kind of short, but they're
mean,
good.
They almost remind me of.
Based off of the other anime we have this whole.
Oh, they remind me of Lupin the Third.
We have not
fight
much
scenes.
competition.
They remind me of Lupin's fight scenes. I'm not sure if you guys have watched Lupin.
Who hasn't? I can see what you're saying.
I don't know. Oh, it's like.
I mean,
whatever. Well, anyway,
they don't have much competition. Like their only competition is probably Death March when it comes to.
I know you're not
fight
sleeping on
scenes and
Death March's
stuff.
fight scenes.
Oh, and Violet's, but like we only had like 5 seconds of that, which we didn't-
Yeah, the very
that's
first
true,
episode.
There are fight scenes in Violet.
So yeah, thanks, Kimani.
Yeah.
Remember that one scene in Death March
Oh,
where he
no.
walks in a row and karate chops the 3 of their necks and they pass out for 10 seconds?
Oh,
Dude. This is a good show.
that
That's
was
a
a
good
good
show.
Can we talk about
Dude,
an anime
I'm not
without
sleeping on
talking
that
Talking about Death March.
oh,
Oh gosh.
now that's a real fight scene.
Fighting with the urge to bring it back.
Gosh.
No,
Oh, forgot to
on
mention.
baseball. I'm
Are
glad.
all the baseball teams named after ramen?
I don't think so. I think they're just the
See?
udon because it's they're the parallel to that to the ramen.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All right, I'll give
You're
it
right.
that. The udon.
But yeah,
Gosh.
I thought that I was like, there's gonna be an episode where they're gonna have an opposite team where it's another opposite
Guild.
assassin like clan or whatever, or guild, whatever. But I'm fairly close. This is
Called
real.
it.
This is real. You're
This is
right.
whatever I called it a long time ago. I think it was around episode 2 or 1 or 2.
Yeah, Ariana the Prophet. Lady.
That was a really good call. Solid.
Man.
They probably read my mind. Probably listened to our podcast. And
We have to change this pre-made series.
We
Go back. We
That's
have
a
to
good idea.
animate this in a day.
Go back. We gotta scratch
It's
everything.
like, why does the animation
Oh,
in episode 6 look really bad? Well, legend has it they listened to this obscure
It
anime
is bad. It
podcast
was
and
bad.
then
Definitely
changed
bad.
it.
Oh man.
That's
I mean, plausible.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
it was good.
All right.
I feel like I probably enjoyed this the most out of anyone here.
I enjoyed it too. I just like critiquing things, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I guess it was just like the episode where there are things wrong with it, there are good things, but it's nothing that makes it amazing.
I don't know. Sometimes there's little plot holes for some reason. I don't know. It might be just because they have like a whole assassin thing in this like atmosphere of an anime. Like, you know how the Avengers or whatever, like the Avengers,
TM.
the Re-Avengers people, like they were like, oh, we found a person's body that's kind of like Lynn's and like replaced
Yeah,
his.
they
I'm like,
performed
do you have like
surgery
an
on him in, like,
inventory of
2
dead
seconds.
bodies?
I mean,
for some
they
reason?
run a morgue. They run a morgue, to be fair.
Yeah, but how many
yeah,
blonde,
but-
how many
that
blonde,
makes more
feminine-looking
sense.
guys do you see come through
Yeah, how
there?
many
Well,
blonde?
one of them's a plastic
I
surgeon.
know, but
and
how
one of
long
them's,
do you
like, a
think plastic
hairstylist.
surgery
You can do
takes to
anything.
happen and heal up?
Okay, well, let's put it this way.
Well, I mean,
even
for
if
starters,
there are
it was
like
a dead
even
body,
if there
so
are
they can
plot
just...
holes, I can forgive them because unlike Death March, this is a fun
Yeah,
ride.
that's true. That's true.
Okay, well, let's not talk
That's
about...
true. But
Oh,
that's a
you're
low
right.
blow comparing it to Death March to make it seem better.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, yeah.
there's
compared to
nothing
something.
really much you can amount to when it
Well,
comes to Death
Citrus's
March. I mean,
romance
you
is
can
pretty good when
honestly...
you consider Satsu has a harem of underage sex slaves.
God. Okay, well, look, we aren't saying that Ramen's is the best anime ever. We're just trying to say that it's probably like
It's good.
it's
Good.
It's good. It's nothing great. It's nothing amazing, but it's good.
It's good compared to Death March.
As we said.
Well, it's good. It's good.
That's
It's
all.
like it's if I were to review it, I'd give it like a 7,
Yeah.
just a 7.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, this
just
Yeah.
a 7. It's a solid 7.
a solid 7.
Like, it could be better.
It could be
but here
so
it is. It's
so
decent.
much worse.
Oh, it could definitely
it could
be
be
so much
so
much
much
Oh.
worse.
And we
I
And
know
yeah,
you'd
trust
say
us,
better
we
because
know.
There's definitely...
Okay. So
I wonder what the score is.
It's
for
probably really good.
now on MAL.
yeah,
Based on the
probably really
comments
good.
I see, it's probably really good.
Yep.
Whoop, yep.
Gosh.
I'm glad it's getting.
Well, on that note, you want to
the
rank it
recognition it
ourselves?
deserves.
Okay. I'll go
All right.
first.
Yeah, the best segue. That was the best segue into the
Okay.
list. that we
I'll go.
were
I'll rank it
Okay,
first
Up to you.
because I'm
Go
pretty sure it's
first,
the
kid.
same. It's Violet, Junji, Pop Teen, Ramen, Citrus, Death March. Pretty sure that's the same as last week. They kept it consistent, I'd have to say.
You said wait. Did you say Junji was second, or the
Second,
pop
yeah.
team was second? What? Wait,
Yeah.
Junji? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, like the problem is that right now Junji and Pop Team are so close
they're
to
really
each other.
close. It's not like
We're
Pop
fighting
Team's
for
getting
second.
worse. It's just that Junji's got
Neither
better
of
and
them
then
are
it
really
stayed
getting
there.
worse. Yeah, so that's really, yeah. For the most part, I do agree with you. Pretty reasonable, all around the board. Unless you have any.
Well,
like,
let's hear it. Let's
thing
hear
to
it,
say,
Ariana.
I'm like the same too, but like I don't know. For some reason, I find ramens very enjoyable. I don't know why.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
It's not that too. It's not very enjoyable, but like it's enjoyable to the point where I feel like it's actually increasing in like entertainment.
Yeah,
value.
it's
All
4
right.
on the
So
list, but it certainly
it's
isn't.
It's this close to actually getting to second place.
Yeah,
like
like-
third place, like kicking out Pop Team Epic for some reason.
I mean,
'Cause
Let
I
me
don't
tell
know,
you the
like,
huge gap that exists between ramens and citrus on my list. Like it isn't like
Yeah.
oh it's
Like-
that close.
Well, yeah, I mean,
there's
like,
a really big
there's
span of
really good
like
anime,
ranks.
and then we have like a middle ground, and then like the bottom two are definitely
And
bottom
then
two for
take
me.
citrus and then
I'm
double
not very
the
proud of
link
that.
between that and then you get somewhere close to like a tenth of where Death March is standing.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah, but
Yeah. You want to give your physical list?
I'd say Violet, Pop, Junji, then Ramen's Citrus
fair.
Death March.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I put Pop Team up there just because like Ito Junji is interesting, but like it's starting to kill me off for some reason.
Nice choice of
Like
words.
it's up there.
I mean, yeah.
like it's obviously getting better, and I'm getting more interested into it. But like it's
No, that's
I
fair.
don't know.
No, yeah. It almost saddens me because there are a lot of like some of the big anime YouTubers, they're like saying that Junji, it's not worth it because it's not that scary because horror can't get scary in anime, but like they only watch like the first episode. And they
I
saw
think
Soul
when you
Yeah.
compare
So,
it to
like,
the manga, of course it's
it
going to seem
definitely
worse.
deserves
Of course, like I
another
talked
look.
about that.
Like you
before.
have to if anything, just skip episode 1. That's basically what you should do.
You're skipping on my voice.
I
Soichi.
know you're not sleeping on Soichi.
Okay, Greg.
all right,
Yeah.
all right, fair enough.
Okay,
fair enough.
Greg.
Forgive me. But yeah, I mean that's I guess the
For 2,
consensus for
that's me
everybody.
spitting a nail at you.
Yeah. I don't know. I think my list is actually the exact same as Ariana's though.
Yeah, that's good.
Like I
Solid.
yeah, I have
That's-
It's
I'd say
solid.
pretty
yeah,
solid.
I have yeah.
Solid, dude. Not liquid,
That's
not
plasma,
gas, but
dude.
solid.
Yeah. I have
Whoa,
what do
dude.
I have? Yeah, I have Violet Pop, Junji, Ramens, then Citrus, then Death March. And once again, like I hinted it in last episode, I was saying that Pop is like really close to taking back second place from Ito Junji. And like I can't deny that
And
Pop
it did.
Team like just they're really like hidden home for me.
Pop Team never fails in
Yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah, Pop Team
I'm
never
never
fails at being
disappointed by
And
Pop
that's
Team.
all I'm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm basing off this list off. Is just entertainment. How much I'm enjoying this
Just
right
sit
now.
down,
Definitely.
pop it in.
Because we've already analyzed like everything else, and this is just how I feel about.
It's just fun.
It's just
Yeah.
fun.
Good. Family
Just
fun.
It. So yeah.
Unlike
Family
Death
fun
March
and-
and Citrus and anything else.
Yeah, family fun and everything else.
No. Alright. So I guess with that, should we close up?
All right, yeah.
Your
It was a good
trademark
It's a
ending?
good week.
Fellas.
It was a
All
good
right,
week
fellas.
overall.
So you know what to do.
Yeah, alright, so okay, we're gonna count
count
down.
down.
Alright, 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Follow
Follow
us again next
again
week.
Next week.
Wink.
Yep. Wink.
Solid.
Solid. That was probably our third best rendition of that yet. Amazing.
Sweet.